So our alphabet starts with A, B, C, D, E, F, G. But rarely do people teach people to find A on the keyboard at first because it's not as easy to find as a couple other keys. So right now in this lesson, we're going to focus on really getting to know two note names, C and F. And I'm going to be having you play them with particular fingers because I'm getting you ready to your next step of playing, where you're going to be using these fingers to play more groups of notes together. And these are the fingers you're going to need to play on the bottom of whatever you're playing. And that was probably a little confusing. Don't worry about it if you didn't understand it. It's okay. I'm going to be telling you to play with your thumbs and your pinkies. So if you look at your keyboard, you've got two black keys. And then to the left of the two black keys, just to the left, you've got a C. Okay? So if you take the two blacks and you play the note just to the left of that black, you have a C. Now, if you're right in the middle of the keyboard, the C that's in the middle there, we call this middle C. And so I want you to take your right thumb and I want you to play C. Okay? And I want you to say C. I think that the best way for people to learn is to continue to speak or sing what they're doing. So we're going to do a lot of that together as we go through and get started. So we've got C. And now I want you to move your right hand up to the next C. And I want you to play the next C. Okay? Now I want you with your eyes right now. Don't move your hand, but with your eyes, I want you to look at the next C. Okay? There it is. I'm pointing it out for you. But I want you to look at it first. And I want you in your mind to see your hand move that thumb to the next C. Okay? Now I want you to pick up your hand and move it. Okay? Now I want you to do the same thing. Look at the next C. You're going to. And now pick up your hand and move it to the next C, to the left of two black notes. And at the very top of your keyboard, if you're playing on a keyboard with 88 keys, at the very top of it, we have the very last white note is a C. Okay? If you were to really take a look at these three black keys and notice that there's a white and then a white to C, then when you got up here to the top of these three black, you'd see a white, and you could kind of figure out, oh, that's a C up there. Okay? Now, with your left hand, I want you to come back to the keyboard, and with your fifth finger, pinky, I want you to play C. And now I want you to look at the C below it. What we call this is an octave. When we go from one C to the next C, we call that an octave. Okay? So that's a C. And I want you to now move your pinky to the next one you see. And now I want you to look at the next C. And now pick your hand up and play it with your fifth finger. And now look at the next C, which is the last C on the keyboard, on the left side of the keyboard, the lowest C, we'll call it. And I want you to pick it up. And I want you to play it. There you go. Now we're going to find F's. To the left of three black keys is an F. Okay, so there's where F is. I want you to take your right thumb, and we're going to do the very same thing we just did with the C's. We're going to do with the F's. So we're going to take our right thumb and we're going to say F. And now we're going to, with our eyes, we're going to look at the next F. Okay, where is it? Left of the next three black keys. Now pick up your hand and play it with your thumb. And now pick up your hand and play the next F. And now look at the next F and pick up your hand and play it with your thumb. Now with your left hand, I want you to come back to the, here was the middle C we started at. So right here, choose this F below it and play it with your fifth finger, your pinky. Okay, so F. And now look with your eyes to the next F below it. And now pick your hand up and move it. You are going to be hearing me talk a lot about look with your eyes, or where are your eyes. Your eyes have a tremendous amount to do with your playing and your ability to be really efficient and flowing really well on the keyboard. So that's why I'm talking about eyes right now. Where are your eyes? Your eyes are on F. They should be now on the next F you're moving to. So pick up your hand now and play the next F. And that is the last F on the keyboard. So now I'm going to test you just for a minute. So I'm just going to call out a note, and you can play it with any finger you want to play it and anywhere on the keyboard. Just pick an F anywhere, play it. I'm going to play that one. Okay, find a C. All right, take your hand away. Find another C. Find an F. Find a C. Okay, so if you're really comfortable with F's and C's and you're not hesitating anymore, you can do this next exercise with me. All right. We're going to start at the very lowest end of the keyboard, and you can't see my camera, but mine's down here. I'm going to find a C. I'm going to play C with my pinky, and then I'm going to play F with my pinky. And now my eye is looking at the next C, and now my eye is looking at the next F, and the next C, and the next F, and the next C. And now with my right hand, I'm going to change to my thumb. I'm going to play an F, and I'm going to look at the next C, and the next F, and C, and F, and C, and F. Okay? All right. If you can get through that really smoothly and not much of a problem for you, then we're ready to go on to learning all of the names of the keys on the keyboard.